We got vaccinated!
We got vaccinated! I could not believe the sophistication of the operation. Abby, ¿cómo te sientes?
Nerviosa, pero me la voy a poner. No hay problema.
¡Bravo! I got my vaccine and so did my mom.
Bien organizados.
Gonna get my COVID shot.
I actually kind of felt sad that it took so long for us to get a rollout like this, because the rollout was so well done, and here I was, experiencing what a rapid government response is like.
This is not nearly close to the end of the pandemic, but I'm really looking forward to not being super stressed out, because if I catch COVID, I might potentially die. I'm in a relationship with somebody who's autoimmune compromised, and I want to be able to feel safe interacting with her. And also, there isn't a lot of people of color getting this, even though they are in the risk category.
I am at the Coliseum vaccination site to get my second dose, and I am with my mom. I live in one of the most highly impacted zip codes in the entire county, and so when a vaccine became available, I just went for it. Okay, so these are where we're gonna get our vaccines.
Aquí estoy, siempre con el susto, pero dispuesta a que me den el pinchazo.
It was very special for me to get vaccinated with my mom, both times. My mom was kind of buying into some ridiculous conspiracy theories. When we went to the Coliseum and she saw how organized they were and everyone was super nice, I feel like she realized that this is not something to be really afraid of. ¿Cómo te sientes después de haber recibido tu segunda vaccine?
Bueno, estoy contenta. Creo que esta es la primera vez en los 52 años que estoy en los Estados Unidos que me están poniendo una vacuna. Este virus está un poco fuerte y por eso que decidí, y ustedes por también apoyarme en que tome esta decisión, estoy aquí.
This is a very memorable mother-daughter day, and we'll be feeling the symptoms. We'll be feeling the side effects.
We'll keep you up.
We'll keep you updated. As soon as I got the second shot, my body was like, whoa. And I looked at my mom like, do you feel that? And then when I got home, I had an immense sense of feeling exhausted and feeling very slow. And after 48 hours, my symptoms went away.
I'm Will.
Hi.
And this is Kimmy. Yep.
Hi.
And we're gonna vaccinate you today.
Yay!
Okay. Okay, you ready?
After my first vaccine,
I do not like needles.
I felt fine. Felt a little cloudy, but then I felt fine.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
After my second one, 10 minutes in, I felt cloudy. I felt nauseous, and I was so loopy the rest of the day. And then I felt good for 2 days, nothing. I was great. And then I got the sniffles, and I felt like I had a small cold. But it was that booster shot, which is the second one, is a booster shot that kind of tipped me over with symptoms. I feel so much more safer. Nothing has changed in my life, nothing. I still wear masks. I still do 6 feet apart, but I have the option of hanging out with people who are vaccinated.
Yes.
And
Slam down. I think 2 of them are up.
COVID has definitely added some complications to this art project, because in order to paint, you have to be in close proximity. That's just how you paint. So when I was thinking about how to plan for painting this wall, I need to think about it in the context of teams. I've been working with the same team now for 11 days. I have another probably 6 days to go. I want people to feel taken care of. I want them to do their best work, right? But we can do it by simply rethinking the layout, right? Ordering in, pause and reflect. How are we feeling? Have we been exposed? Wow. Wow. I was able to walk in and see my work. I was just so amazed and proud at what I had created. Wow! What I've most loved about this project is that I can create many opportunities for people to work on something together. That's why art is powerful, because art is not just about a product, it's about the process. It's about how that art gets done, the intentions behind that art, the way that people are included in the manifestation of that work.
I went on my first plane after a year of COVID shutdown. They had us sit rows apart from people. I took my own row. There was the people who took their own rows behind me. We had 6 foot separation before boarding the plane. As soon as I landed and put on my cloth mask, and then went straight to the bathroom, washed my face, washed my hands, removed my clothes, and put on new clothes that I had. I did the best I could. And then saw my partner, and then when she got her second vaccine, we quarantined for 2 weeks.
Screw this mask. Just kidding. Still gotta wear it.
When you are dealing with a pandemic that is predominantly impacting your community, you have to do the best that you can to get the proper knowledge and to make a decision that is going to increase your chances of survival.
That's right.
And our people are really good at survival.
Yeah.
We've been doing it for 500 years, so
Yeah.
this is just another tool that we have to use.
White people who are the last to die of COVID and who have been the least impacted by COVID are the first ones to get vaccinated in mass. I don't think that the low numbers of turnout of Black and brown people is just because they don't want it. There's
No,
also
I
a
think-
lot of issues with how it's getting rolled out, and even the fact that you have to be on your computer
Yeah,
and just
hitting refresh for
hitting
like
refresh.
hours.
And of course it reflects medical racism. In order for people in my germ pod to be able to be at ease, we have set up a culture that encourages vaccinations. And so that culture is just normalized in our circle, and it's like we're getting it done and we're making plans. Being able to tell our vaccine story and make it, something that we are excited about, it's a big way to influence people.
And I do believe from like an ecological perspective, this is not the last pandemic we're gonna see in our lifetime.
Yeah.
So the better we can get at practicing protocols and also being ready to try on medications and the vaccines and anything that we need to survive pandemics is gonna be good for us.